Berkeley was the first and last Irishman to make a major contribution to philosophy. He was born on March the 12th, 1685, in the county town of Kilkenny, 60 miles southwest of Dublin. His father was a royalist English immigrant who referred to himself as a gentleman, but was in fact a young officer in the dragoons who became a farmer. George Berkeley was brought up near Kilkenny in a stone farmhouse on the banks of the River Nore, beside the ruined tower of Dysart Castle. The farmhouse may originally have been one of the castle's outbuildings, and it too is now a ruin. The last time I visited this spot, all that remained of Berkeley's house was some low, tumble-down walls overgrown with vines. Across the field was the ruined tower of Dysart Castle, with crows cawing about the battlements. Beneath the wooded hills, the setting sun glinted in the curve of the river. It must have been much the same in Berkeley's day. When Berkeley was 11, he was sent away to board at Kilkenny College, the best school in Ireland at the time. Both the satirist Jonathan Swift and the playwright William Congreve had been educated there during the previous decade. At the age of 15, Berkeley went on to Trinity College, Dublin, which had been founded 200 years earlier by Elizabeth I to educate one of her ignorant young admirers. In 1704, at the age of 19, Berkeley received his B.A. degree. He had obviously enjoyed himself as an undergraduate, because he hung around in Dublin for the next few years, waiting to take up a fellowship. During this period, Berkeley started to read Locke and the French philosopher Malebranche, the leading exponent of Cartesianism. Berkeley agreed with Locke's empirical belief that all knowledge comes from the senses, but he realized that this resulted in a materialism which didn't leave much room for God. Throughout Berkeley's life, he remained a sincerely religious man and firmly resisted any tendency toward atheism. But how could he maintain his empiricism while retaining his belief in God? Ingeniously, Berkeley showed how Locke's belief in materialism was mistaken. He pointed out that we may derive our knowledge from our experience, but this consists only of sensations. We have no access to any underlying material substance which might give rise to these sensations. Despite its apparent absurdity, this argument is profound. It led Berkeley to his famous conclusion, esse est percipi. To be is to be perceived. This triumphantly overcame materialism, but it left Berkeley with the problem of what happened to the world when no one was looking. As we have seen, Berkeley suggested that God is always looking. He derived this view from Malebranche, who held that change is not caused by objects interacting in cause and effect, but by the continuous action of God upon the world. Berkeley put forward his ideas in An Essay Towards a New Theory of Vision, which he published in 1709, and A Treatise Concerning the Principles of Human Knowledge, published in 1710. These works, which pulled a lot more than the rug from under the feet of earlier philosophers, caused a sensation. But they're difficult to understand unless you have the staying power of a philosophical steeplechaser. Many readers don't last beyond the first fence, with an opening sentence such as, "It is evident to anyone who takes a survey of the objects of human knowledge that they are either ideas actually, 1, imprinted on the senses, or else such as are, 2, perceived by attending to the passions and operations of the mind, or lastly, ideas, 3, formed by help of memory and imagination, either compounding, dividing, or barely representing those originally perceived in the aforesaid ways." Fortunately, Berkeley also put forward his ideas in 3 Dialogues between Hylas and Philinus. These are much more amenable, and begin with Philinus coming across the insomniac Hylas beneath a purple sky at dawn, with the wild but sweet notes of birds twittering around them. These dialogues clarify Berkeley's ideas, which, as we have seen, started with common sense and then moved, quite reasonably, to the unreasonable. There is no reason why philosophy should conform to common